Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the KILR Gamer, and welcome back to the tour around the world featuring Sublogic Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore Amiga. Now, we've been following the same flight plan on each of the simulators, at least with the Commodore 64, the Amiga, and Flight Simulator 3. When we started off, we were doing that with the other simulators as well. Some of them I had kind of stopped and put on hiatus for a while, and some were kind of starting to go in a different direction. So like Flight Simulator 4 and 5 and 98, they were going in a different direction because that was the direction they were meant to go, while these early ones can't because there's not scenery coverage for them. But we're now at a point to where we can't follow the Commodore 64. We should be able to follow the Commodore 64, but there is a problem. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Okay, so where we left off is right here at London. That's where we are right now. This whole area is corrupted on the disk. We were going to go to Toronto Island. We can't. I had already been recording an episode, and somewhere around this area here, it was about 63 miles away. May have not even been that far. Could have been like somewhere around here. But it just stopped. It wouldn't load. And so I tried loading up different airports. Niagara Falls actually came up. That one actually came up for some odd reason, but all these other ones didn't. This whole section here is just corrupted. Why Niagara Falls is fine, I don't know. So we can't fly in this area. But I did check some of these airports down here. I checked some airports up here. We're actually going to be going north, even further north. So the Commodore 64 is going to be going this direction. We're just going to have to go a different direction with the Amiga. So we're going to be making a short flight this time around, and we're going to be flying to Huron Airport right here. So it's not very far. We will tune in to 117.2, and it looks like a heading of 315 will probably get us to the Huron Airport. This is in Centralia, Ontario. So that is the direction we're going. In case you want to kind of look ahead of where we're going, we're basically going to go in this direction. If we bring up the north map, we'll be coming up here from the south and go into Wyerton, North Bay, Sudbury, over here to Sault Ste. Marie, Chippewa, and then we'll be working our way down. I'll probably go to Phelps Collins and Wurtsmith Air Force Base, and we'll be coming back down this side of the lake. And let's see, we've been up here in Tri-City and stuff, so then we can land at this Huron Airport and basically work our way south. We flew by Sarnia, so we could stop there and then just cut straight across here. So we can go, we've been to Cleveland, so we don't need to do that again. But I don't know, Lost Nation. That sounds like a place we should go. So, yeah, basically we would be going down in this direction to Pittsburgh. Eventually, we'll get there. The Commodore 64, it's also going up there into the upper part of Canada. It's just going to go about it a different way. and then it's going to come back down. It's going to be coming around this way. So through this is the way the Commodore 64 will be going, like this. Or maybe I should just grab another color here so you can see. Let's try yellow. Let's delete that, delete that. So yeah, the Commodore 64 is going to be coming down. I know it hits Grand Canyon State, and it just comes around, see, mid-state, like this. Okay. So the Amiga's is going a different route. It'll kind of match up with the Commodore 64 in some of the areas, but then it's going to have to come back down. That's just, unfortunately, that's just how we're going to have to do it. If someone wants to make a new ADF image of Scenery Disc 11, I highly recommend that you do so, because these images are the only way that we're going to be able to archive this old software before those floppy disks can no longer be used. And the one that is out there is corrupted. So if you've got a working Scenery Disc 11, make an image of it. Make an image of it. If you want to send it to me, you can send it to my email, killer.television@gmail.com, and I'll test it out, and I'll see that it works. But yeah, apparently the image that I've got just doesn't work, so we're going to be taking a different route. And that's not a horrible thing. It can be a little bit different. I mean, some of you will be watching the Commodore 64 version. They'll be like, well, why do I need to watch the Amiga version? It's going to look the same. But, well, now it's going slightly a little bit different. So now you might want to watch both. You might want to watch the Commodore 64 and the Amiga, or the Flight Simulator 3 and the Commodore 64. No, those two are the same. Flight Simulator 3 and the Commodore Amiga. So, yeah. Sorry, I wish we could fly the same exact route. That was the plan. But the Amiga doesn't quite have the scenery disc, so we're not. Eventually, it's going to get to a point the Amiga just can't go any further. But we're going to try to do what we can with what we have. So let's go ahead and we'll get things started. Let's tune in the radio, which already is tuned in 117.2 right there. We said we were going to go 315, I believe. And this airport's not going to take long to go to. All right, and it looks like this runway right here is going to be perfect. So let's do this. It's not a bad thing. We just got to make a slight change to our plans. I mean, that happens, right? In real life, you got to make changes to your plans. But yeah, for our archive purposes, if you got Scenery Disc 11, make an image of it. Otherwise, the only thing we're going to have left is a scenery disc that is corrupted. And most people out there messing with emulators and stuff are probably not going to care about the scenery discs. I think I'm the only one that's actually flying with these scenery discs. I'm sure there's probably someone else, but it's not a very common thing. Yeah, they might load it up, fly around a little bit, and then, put it away. Whereas we're actually doing a series and flying from airport to airport and just reliving some fun moments. Or good times, Of course, now this begs the question. Let's say you have Scenery Disc 11. Does yours not work either? Maybe it's a bad batch of scenery discs. And maybe they're all bad in that section. That kind of makes you wonder. I don't think so, though. I know I flew to Niagara Falls, but it may have been on the Commodore 64. It may not have been on the Amiga. What's my brakes? It's not that. Now, I do have a floppy disk on Scenery Disc 7. I used to have all the Amiga discs, not anymore, but and I do have a physical copy of the Amiga version, but I have not tested it. I don't know if it works. The thing to do probably is just to get an Amiga 500. Alright, so here we go. We are up in the air. There goes London. Whoa! Alright, we got a turn here. The landing gear is down, but I don't know how far it is, so it may not be worth just raising the landing gear. Alright, so we're at 2,000 feet. That's Lake Huron out there in the distance. All right. Shouldn't be too much longer. Well, I'm pretty sure this is the right direction. I do know the airport is there because I tested it to make sure that it loaded up. Alright, I'm going to raise the landing gear because we were not going very fast, so... Alright, there is the airport. I knew it was going to be coming up here soon. I can't turn off the autopilot. There it goes. Yeah, so we'll be going, well, basically we'll be doing some VFR alongside Lake Huron, alongside the coast, so, yeah, got a little something different that we'll be doing. And if anyone actually wants to see the flight route the way it was meant to go, then yeah, just send me an image that's not corrupted. If I could fix the Amiga 500 computer that I've got, that would be something. I'd have room for that. It doesn't take up much space. Then just hook it up to a modern monitor instead of a CRT monitor, because yeah, that's not going to fit on this desk and it probably would break it. I don't have the luxury of big desks like I used to. We just don't have room. I think I saw one of the runways, so just keep going here. Yeah, I think I see it. Adobe Reader. So the elevation at the airport is 830, sorry. And we're over 3,000, so we need to get a move on here. Is it me, or does it look like this airport is a square? I like looking at it. It looks like a diamond or something. It doesn't seem right. Huh. I can't seem to map zoom. Alright, hold on. Zoom out. Okay, that's not zooming in out on the map there. Oh, here we go. Okay, for some reason this thing is not. Okay, so we're beginning to see, just like I thought, there is a runway over here. Okay. Get back that map zoom. Put it over here, the set by 1. Let's not crash. Yeah, it looks like we're like almost on the ground here. Okay, do you see it? We're going to be turning on it here pretty soon. I think this is a short runway. It's a little high there. Airpark right over here. All right. We'll go ahead and shut it down. All right, folks, we are here at Centralia, Ontario, going a different route, heading north than the Commodore 64 because the area of the scenery disk is corrupted, so we're going to have to go around it. But hey, at least you got something different to watch compared to Flight Simulator 3 and the Commodore 64. So hope you'll join me on the next flight. Be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, all that other good stuff. And I've got a lot more material on this channel too. Games and other types of stuff. Reaction videos. I've just been doing a lot of stuff, doing a lot of variety because that's what I always wanted this channel to do. And it's getting pretty close to the vision that I had. So I'm really excited about that. And just doing a lot of stuff for this year. So hope you'll check all that out. I'll see you next time. Have a killer awesome day.